Welcome to Schulzer for the third round of the AF1 Championship here in 2021. We are here at this 8-turn, 2.8 mile track for a 67 lap race. With two DRS zones here on the widest track of the calendar. It's a fantastic race with rain forecast for tomorrow. It's going to be interesting here. Sector 1 very fast and flowing medium speed corners all throughout the lap. Flat out going into Sector 2 there and also into Sector 3, and then braking hard through the hairpin to main, overtaking opportunities at Turn 1 and at the final chicane. Speed traps at the end of the two main straights on the track. Very long front straight, longest run to the first corner on the calendar. Should provide good racing tomorrow. But Sergio Perez would have an accident in FP1, as you can see him rumbling over the curb at the final corner at turn 8. Going wide, just narrowly avoiding the wall on the outside of the track before spinning into the inside wall, clouting it rather hard. A big impact. Russell and the Alfa Romeo in front of him lucky to get away with no damage from him being in front, and the debris that would have come out onto the track because of it. Ocon in FP2 would have an accident himself, crashing off at the rather fast and rather tricky turn 3. Very interesting corner down there. Flat out into another flat out corner for turn 4. But Q1 was interesting. Gasly would spin, but managed to save the car with some excellent car control. Would come back and managed to save his vehicle. So he would spin going out of the corner, and oversteer moment mid-corner spun him round. He'd reverse for a moment before heading in a straight line once again. Russell would spin behind Nikita Mazepin in the dirty air, and Q2 would go along as Max Verstappen was fastest in the first of those qualifying sessions. Q2, Gasly and Raikkonen wasted no time going for track position before Q3. Hamilton would go fastest, despite Max Verstappen going fastest in both of the first qualifying sessions in Q1 and Q2. Hamilton would still go fastest, a very big surprise pole, but an interesting one to say the least that should make tomorrow very interesting after Verstappen doing well in practice. Hamilton, then it is, on pole position, Max Verstappen alongside him. Verstappen's Red Bull teammate should back him up quite well in the race in third. Bottas in fourth place for Mercedes. Tsunoda and Sainz on the third row with Norris and Gasly just behind them. Interesting to see McLaren not doing so well in qualifying. AlphaTauri with a fantastic car. Leclerc and Ricciardo rounded up the top 10. Alonso and Vettel in a fierce battle between the Alpines and Aston Martins just outside the top 10. Stroll 13th, Ocon 14th. Raikkonen did a great job to get into Q3. Russell narrowly missing out by 100th of a second. Giovinazzi and Latifi in 17th and 18th place. And the Haas cars rounding out the final row of the grid for an eventful qualifying session at Schulze. You're watching Austin Asia AF1 2021 Round 3 practice and qualifying highlights, and I hope you enjoyed.